Hello, music technology classes. We're going to continue with talking about triads and chords today and introduce a new concept called inversions. You need to see this, so I couldn't find a good video on YouTube, so here we go. I'm going to do everything in F major, so here's some review. Treble clef. First note is F, face in the space, starts right there. Now I'm going to do whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, starting on F, because for pretty much all music, the scale and the notes in the scale are what determine everything. So here we go. From F, a whole step up is G, skip the black key. Great. From G, whole step up, skip the black key is A. And I put that up there. And now we need a half step. Half step is the immediate next note, which in this case is a black key. B is the next letter of the alphabet. Can't repeat letters, can't have two of the same letter, can't have sharps and flats. This black key is to the left of B, or it's a lower frequency. So it is B flat. So I write flat, B. Great. Now I need a whole step. Skip B, land on C. That's a whole step. Great. Now I need another whole step. Skip the black key, land on D. Great. Now I need another whole step. Skip the black key, land on E. D to E is a whole step. Skip this black key right here. Great. E, and then at the very end, I need a half step. And the immediate next note is F again, which you can see from down here. Great. Okay, so there's my F major scale. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step. There's one flat in the F major scale. You can keep the camera there. Here's what it sounds like. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. Great. Now I'm going to number the notes with scale degrees to keep track of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. These are Arabic numerals, the ones we use every day, and they mean individual notes. Roman numerals, like these, are for chords, and specifically triads, which are a 3-note chord taking every other note from the scale. So the one chord of the F major scale would be 1, 3, and 5 stacked on top of each other. 1, 3, 5. And I'm going to write those numbers in right here. Great. The 4 chord would be every other note starting on the 4th note till you get 3 stacked on top. 4, 6, and 1 is every other note there. So that's going to be B flat and D and F. And those are terribly drawn, and they're all in lines. Great. My dog's got a squeaky toy happening, so this is awesome. 4, 6, and 1. There we go. Now we get the 5 chord. 5 is a little tricky because it's 5, skip 6, 7, skip 1, 2 comes next, because the scale goes on and on forever in both directions like a line in geometry class. So 5, 7, and 2. And so now here's the point I'm going to make. Check this out. The scale goes on forever in both directions. And these chords and the scale are just one version of a thing that is huge and goes forever. So, if we look at the keyboard, the F major scale goes like this. Right? And it goes this way. Forever and ever and ever. We're just looking at one octave, but we know that it goes forever and ever. It's the same with the chords. Here's my one chord. 1, 3, 5. F, A, C. But my one chord contains every F in the universe, every A in the universe, and every C in the universe. So this is also the one chord. And this. And this. And here. And here. And these two. And forever and ever and ever. So, when you're doing the notes in a chord, the one chord consists of every 1 in the universe, every 3 in the universe, and every 5. But we're just looking at one example. So back to my point for today. When I'm doing the 5 chord, if the notes in the 5 chord are 5, 7, and 2, it could also be 5, 7, and this 2. So check this out. 5 chord again. Could be 5, which is C, 7, which is E, but also 2, which is G on the line. That is also the 5 chord. But because it is not stacked in thirds, every other note like a snowman, this is called an inversion. Meaning, we took the note off the top and we put it on the bottom. Check out what it sounds like. Here's my normal 5 chord. 5, 7, 2. That is called root position, like a snowman. If I take 2, which is G, off the top and I put it on the bottom, that's still the 5 chord, but it is now the 5 chord in inversion. I can do it again. This is E, right? So is this. So I can take the E off the top and put it on the bottom. Now it's E, G, C. That's also the 5 chord in a different inversion. And now if I take the C off the top and I put it down at the bottom, I'm back to where I started, C, E, G. So I'm gonna draw that on the music and then show it one more time. So these are chord inversions. Watch. So I took 2 off the top and I moved it down to the bottom. Now I'm gonna take 7, if you can read my writing, off the top. It's an E. Well, E is also first line down here. That's 7. So I take that off the top and I put that on the bottom. And then I keep the others where they were. So here's G, so that's 7 and 2. And here's C, which is 5. That's also an inversion. And now if I take C off the top and move it down, making it middle C, I get C, E, and G again, which is 5, 7, and 2. So this is an inversion. This is in root position. Root position is when it's stacked up like a snowman. Line, 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 or space, space, space. In inversions, a note has been taken out of that sequence and moved lower or higher. So here we've got line, space, space. That's an inversion. I-N-V. Here we got line, line, space. That's an inversion. And here we've got line, line, line. So that's in root position again. And so I can take a triad and move it up through all the inversions. It's still the same chord. This is all the 5 chord. 5 chord, 5 chord, 5 chord, 5 chord. Why? Because the 5 chord is 5, 7, and 2 in any configuration. So I'm going to show you 2 examples, and that'll be it for today's video. So here we go. Here is my 5 chord in root position. Right? Now I'm going to do it backwards. Take the note off the bottom, move it to the top. Still the 5 chord, but now it's an inversion. Take the note off the bottom, put it on the top. Still the 5 chord. Note off the bottom, put it on the top. Back in root position. So. Forever and ever and ever into infinity. So, you can do that to any chord. This is also the 5 chord. We have enough room here. So here's C, here's E, and here's G. That is the 5 chord, because that's 5, that's 7, and that's 2. This is also the 5 chord. E, G, and C. 5 chord. All right, so here's what you're doing for today. I want to know, in F major, what chord is this? So that's space, space, line. And what chord is this? And that is the assignment for today. So this is space, line, line. So you're going to tell me what chord is that and what chord is that. And we are in the key of F major. All right, more on this tomorrow. Thanks, bye, stay safe.